Could you please give it up for Mr. Rossy H?
The best laid plans of mice and men. I expected I was going to do this lovely leaping dance onto the stage. It didn't quite happen. And as usual, I've gotten tangled up and gotten dizzy trying to untangle the bloody cord here. I have no idea what I'm doing. As is usual with me, ladies and gentlemen. It is great to be back again. And it was also really great, folks, that, a couple of months ago, the Mindscapes people suddenly stuck out this big picture of me on the advertising. A picture of me from last year's show saying, hey, come and see Rossy H in his magnificent wig. Sorry, that was last year. I'm doing something a little bit different this year. In fact, now that I've grown face fungus, I try to dress a little bit more to suit it rather than looking like whatever the fuck I was looking like last year. But I do believe in recycling, folks. I've kept the wig. I needed a new merkin. And that would be a lot funnier if more people understood what a merkin was. It is a wig for the pubically challenged, ladies and gentlemen. It worked very well too until the combination of the lice and the crab sort of got up and ran away the other night. But as you can see, absolutely no cost to the management. Even bought my own drink tonight. But I've been going on doing other things since last year's show. I've continue doing stand-up, and bugger me, I got such a delight one night. Folks, I now have a fan. I kid you not. I'm still shocked by the experience. There we were, part of a show, and a group of us had gone outside. We decided the night here was far too fresh and clean, so we're all smoking like trains, taking a break. And I'm standing there, and all of a sudden I hear this voice. Ah! Vomit! I turned around, and it's a rather excited young Asian man, very drunk, and he's pointing at me, and he kept screaming vomit, and I finally realised he was talking about this rather disgusting gag I briefly used to do about what happens if your body gets a bit mixed up and confuses projectile vomiting with an orgasm, which was just an excuse to make really disgusting noises. He loved it. He told me, rest of you understand nothing. Vomit! Ah! And he was following me around then for the rest of the night. He was telling me, vomit! But then came the usual thing. Like, the moment you tell people, oh, yeah, I did a bit of comedy, or, I'm a writer, which I am, published author, see me later for the IPS address. And the moment you say that, people, yes, people say I should be a comic, or, I should write a book. And you nod politely while mentally you're saying, well, fucking do it, dickhead. But anyway, sorry, I'll lose my temper a bit on that. Anyway, this fella, people say I should do comedy. Oh, yeah, okay, mate, yeah. Impression. And then all of a sudden there's these frantic gestures and noises. I thought the poor bastard was having a heart attack or a stroke or something. No, I later realised my new friend, very drunk young man with a very thick Asian accent, was doing his impersonation of Glaswegian Billy Connolly. Now, I was starting to think, could this get any more bloody surreal? And I hate to say it, but by the end of the night, my God, I was trying to get rid of him. I've got a fan, I didn't bloody want him. But then it occurred to me, folks, I am now a celebrity with one fan who is stalking me. Brilliant. And it's a great life, I've got to tell you, ladies and gentlemen, excuse me. Note to self, blow nose before you go on stage next time. Where the hell I was? Oh yes, life as a celebrity, and I got to tell you, I can understand where people like Paris Hilton are coming from now. Poor little Paris. Little. She's a foot taller than me, and I wear a size 7.5. She's got a size 14 foot. I'm not bloody kidding. Little Paris. But anyway, poor little Paris, hounded by the paparazzi and everything. Then she had, of course, the great disaster in her career. She got a PA. And the PA used to follow her around. A lovely little girl called Kim. You may have heard of her, Kim Kardashian. Yes, she started as Paris's PA. And what happened? The paparazzi got sick to death of the sight of Paris and started chasing her PA around. Big falling out there. And this is what started Kim Kardashian on the road to being a massive celebrity. The only person in the world who's made a business out of having a huge ass. Now, I would not normally make fun of someone because of their appearance. Especially, something this, like if I suddenly woke up one day with something this big, I'd run screaming to the doctor. But with her, no, it's a commercial enterprise. I'm not joking, folks. That bum is insured for $21 million US. And every insurance policy, that sort of thing, means you've got to look after it. So her bum has a very careful exercise regime. I cannot believe I'm even saying this, but it is true. Well, you can imagine what my exercise regime is. Wake up, roll over, fart, and go back to sleep, you know. In fact, but imagine, she must be doing something because she's actually now in her 30s, and if you noticed, she's still got, the rear half, it still looks like a cartoon. Now, gravity hasn't had an effect yet. Now, the front side, yeah, I believe I read somewhere, I don't normally read celebrity magazines, bullshit. But I did read somewhere that, while she's had to do the, nip and tucks on the front to keep them opposing gravity, doesn't do it for the bottom. I wouldn't have thought the insurance company was potentially going to be handing over $20 million if something goes wrong, would be wanting a bit more care than that. But anyway, I now understand what life is like as a celebrity. I've had my stalker. I've had everything. Oh, Paris. Kim, piss off. Yeah, as you can might have guessed, I don't really like celebrities and the cult of the celebrity. Except when it's about me. But there's something else I've noticed as performing in these sorts of functions. Last year I fell madly in love with this burlesque dancer. Never saw her again. In fact, by the time I was performing, she'd already left the building. Tonight I fall madly in love with more. 5 gorgeous looking belly dancers. What happened when I got on stage? Knows bloody sign of them. Again. This tends to be my life, ladies and gentlemen. Nothing going. Like, take the gay community. Now, I'm not, I'm not, how should I put it? I'm not anti-gay, but... Now, I used to have this girlfriend. Yes, I had a girlfriend, Ben. Christ almighty. I had this girlfriend, and lovely girl. Well, we think she was a girl because it was a bit hard to tell, to be honest. Her back hair was so thick and lovely, it was, made put my little beard to shame. And, I won't say she was fat, but, if she laughed too hard, it sort of set off a minor earthquake. So it was a bit hard to tell exactly what she was, but she had these gay friends she loved going out clubbing with, so... like the dutiful boyfriend, if I wanted any chance of getting a leg over, I had to go along as well. And we'd be there at the club. And I've got to admit, the people who went to that club, you had to put it on. But the place would be packed. And there's all the gorgeously dressed young men and leaping and pirouetting and dancing, and my girlfriends. Oh, well, God knows what she was doing, but she was doing something with them, having a great time. But of course, there was me, like every other straight white male would do on the dance floor. Can I get a beer in here? Christ, are we all drunk? The thing that got me, though, you know what, ladies and gentlemen? I don't have any real interest in, sort of playing, rectal choo-choo trains with other men. But there I'm at a club with all these young men who did like doing that. Now, I don't want to do it. But it would have been bloody nice to have at least asked. So they don't like me, so I don't like them either. And the reason I pulled that one up was because I just got blank. I can't remember what the final punchline of that joke was. It was leading somewhere, and halfway through it I thought, hang on, I think I've mixed up 2 different gags together. Oh, it happens. As an old alcoholic, I think I burned the old brain cell or 3. But I tell you what, there's some things I miss about drinking. 13 years sober, I still miss the great old days. Don't we have so much fun drinking? Waking up in the morning, I'm sick. You manage to crawl almost to the bathroom, then where you realise the tile floor is so cool, so comfortable. I'm just going to lie here for a while, and I'm going to die. Isn't this a great life? Drinking. I knew things were starting to get a little bit out of hand when my liver beat its way out of my body and ran away. Probably joined the Merkin. But I've got the fan number 2. Ben's laughing himself silly, eh? It's great, brilliant. I camera, make sure you're picking that up. They go. But getting sober, it wasn't easy, wasn't fun. Thank God I'm a bloody masochist. Made it so much enjoyable. Oh God, you're going to force yourself to be sober for another day, and you are going to hate it, and love it. Thank God I was looking after myself healthily. I was only smoking 50 cigarettes a day by then. Oh, I'm trying to remember what this stupid scribbly note is here. As usual, I've used a pen that has blurred, so I've got no idea. Oh, yes, I do. What a wonderful country here we have. We are a democracy, are we not, ladies and gentlemen? We have a country that does not have just government, We now have government. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. We have a Prime Minister, a Rhodes Scholar, who cannot even pronounce the word government. I'm the leader of this government. Thank you, Tony. I had no idea it was so difficult to speak the British language. Oh, that's right, you are a bloody pom, aren't you? Can't even speak your own friggin' language, mate. Only became an Aussie when he was in his 20s and Mummy ran down to register him so he could use the little loophole clause to get my Rhodes Scholarship. And he can't even speak the friggin' language, for God's sake. But I tell you the scary thing, though, about being a democracy. Anyone can get into Parliament. I give you one bloody good example, ladies and gentlemen. Clive Palmer. Palmer United Party. Well, they're really united, aren't they? They're falling apart faster than he can patch them back up again. Their CEO in Queensland quit because he didn't like the Toadyism. I thought, only 19th century novels use that word. They've just had another one quit in Queensland. Jackie Lambie, she doesn't know what the fuck she's doing. And I think Clive knows either, and they've had major fallings out. Yeah, he's got another senator who's actually the head of their party in the Senate, who quite clearly took one too many hits to the head when on the rugby field. But then the last senator there, he was being interviewed after he took up his Senate seat. And what political views did you have before you joined PUP? Didn't have any. So what are your views now? Yeah, wonderful, wonderful, ladies and gentlemen. But there's one thing I can never, ever forgive Clive Palmer for. I heard him being interviewed, and for some reason, the subject turned to popular culture. And he said, something was said about Miley Cyrus. Oh, I know Miley Cyrus, he says. I know how to twerk. Oh, my God. Have you ever seen that man move quick? I mean, it made my huge girlfriend look like a skinny little nothing. I mean, he sets up these massive rhythmic movement when if he moves too quickly, and he's twerking. Jesus. That night, I had the worst nightmare of my life. Clive Palmer in Parliament. Mr. Speaker, I would like to advise the House that I can do this. I woke up in a cold sweat and had to shove my head in a bucket of bleach. Oh, I've never been the same again, so thank you, Clive, for scarring me mentally forever. No, I don't really like him. I don't like too many politicians, to be brutally honest. I did get a letter, though, from Tony Abbott recently, and I'm serious. I wrote him just a lovely, gentle little fan letter just after he got into Parliament. What the friend do you think you're doing, you bastard, and all your refugee policy? I really went to town and bugger me. Only a few weeks ago, I got a 2-page response from him. It was signed. Signed Tony Abbott. And at first I thought, oh, yeah, it's going to be a rubber stamp or a form thingy. No. Someone's actually written it. Probably one of his staff just pretending to be him. But bugger me. Did you know that all of Australia supports their policies? Must be true. Tony said so in his letter. And all the rest of it. So I wrote him a little reply back. Thank you. I didn't know I was some sort of schizoid nutcase. Well, actually, yes, I do know that I'm a schizoid nutcase, but I didn't know I was one who hated so many people so much. Thank you, Tony, for pointing this out to me. Geez, I hate you. Please hurry up and die so we can find a new, someone else to go in your seat. Actually, I didn't say that last bit. I wanted to, but I was being polite that day. Unusually for me. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I think that's just about enough for me tonight. It's been great being here again. Let's all be loonies and love it.
Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Rossy H.